So the first umbilical tower separating the second will separate just 15 seconds before launch. We heard the ground propellant feed's been terminated. The Soyuz now on internal power, just about 20 seconds away from launch.
Launch command issued for ignition. Second umbilical tower separates.
The second umbilical tower has retracted. You can see the engines firing now, going up to flight speed and liftoff. Shane Kimbrough, Sergei Ryzhikov, and Andrei Borisenko blasting off from Kazakhstan, making their way towards the International Space Station.
Seconds.
Getting good calls from the teams out in Baikonur, everything looking nominal or normal throughout the flight so far. The first stage of the Soyuz delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust from those 4 strap-on boosters and single-core engine. Things looking fairly calm inside for the crew members, which are now rocketing over the Kazakh steppe. The first stage, measuring 68 feet in length and 24 feet in diameter, is going to be burning that liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes and 6 seconds of the flight.
70 seconds.
Already 70 seconds into the flight, velocity of the craft now over 1,100 miles per hour. The next major milestone will be the jettison of the escape tower, that coming at about 114 seconds. Again, you're continuing to get live views inside of the cabin of the Soyuz spacecraft, already well in excess of 1,000 miles an hour, rocketing towards space. 1 minute, 45 seconds since liftoff. Continuing to get good performance calls from the ground engineers in the launch bunker. All of the different parameters on the Soyuz rocket continuing to look nominal or normal.
First stage separation.
And so the first stage, those 4 strap-on boosters at this point have been jettisoned, completing their job and dropping away. The Soyuz already at an altitude of about 28 statute miles, traveling in excess of 3,350 miles per hour. Again, the core stage, or the second stage, is going to continue to burn. Getting confirmation the launch shroud has been jettisoned, that protective shroud around the Soyuz spacecraft. So the spacecraft itself, you can see some light coming in the window just over Borisenko's head.
Launch shroud.
So the Soyuz now exposed. The second stage continuing to fire.
170 seconds, and second stage thruster is operating nominally, and the crew is feeling good.
Everything looking good with the second stage as we cross the 3-minute mark. The Soyuz now traveling at a speed of about 4,700 miles per hour. And the core stage performing as expected. It's 56 feet in length, 13.5 feet in diameter. That single engine with 4 fuel chambers, providing between 178,000 and 222,000 pounds of thrust, depending on where they're at in the Earth's atmosphere. Getting away from Shane Kimbrough there in the right seat, making his first flight into space on this Soyuz spacecraft. Second stage going to continue to burn until the 4-minute, 43-second mark. At that point, they're going to do what's known as a hot stage, where the third stage will ignite while the second's still burning. This is why the Soyuz has that small open grating area in between the second and the third stage. Just past 4 minutes into the flight now, continuing to get good calls, everything looking normal with this ascent. Again, the whole process today going to take about 8 minutes, 45 seconds from that liftoff until the Soyuz is in its initial orbit.
250 seconds, and YPR nominal, and Everything nominal on board, and the crew is feeling good.
And standing by shortly for the ignition of the third stage and the jettison of the second. And with that, the third stage ignition confirmed. The core booster now separated in an altitude of over 105 statute miles. So that third stage single engine now providing 67,000 pounds of thrust burning for 4 minutes and 2 seconds and is going to deliver the Soyuz into its initial orbit.
Nominal, and the crew is feeling good.
Нормально.
330 seconds, and third stage thruster is operating nominally. Everything nominal on board. The crew is feeling good. Copy.
350, полет нормальный.
350 seconds, nominal flight. Everything nominal on board. The crew is feeling good.
And it's already been over 6.5 minutes since liftoff, which happened right on time at 3:05 a.m. Central Time, 2:05 p.m. over in Baikonur. Everything with the rocket has gone flawlessly so far. The first stage separating on time, the second stage separating as well, now powered by that single third stage engine. This is going to continue to burn until about the 8-minute 45-second mark, so about 1 minute and 40 seconds from now. And then once the third stage delivers the Soyuz into its initial orbit, the module separates. It'll execute all of those pre-programmed commands to prepare it for all of its on-orbit operations, extending the solar arrays and all of the necessary navigation and communication antennas.
On board. The crew is feeling good. We copy.
$460.
460 seconds. All parameters are normal. And the crew is feeling good. And everything nominal on board. Copy.
$490.
490 seconds. Thruster operation stable. The crew is feeling good. Everything nominal. 510 seconds. 520 seconds.
3 есть контакт отделения. Поздравляем вас с успешным выведением, передаем вас сюда.
Seeing the telltale jolt and getting confirmation the third stage has separated, Soyuz now flying free. Already getting confirmation the solar arrays have deployed. Sounding like the navigation antennas as well.
How do you read?
Getting
What is this favoring?
confirmation from the visiting vehicle officer here in Houston. The solar arrays and all antennas now deployed. Soyuz ready for on-orbit operations.
11:40. We will be
So right now the spacecraft orbiting at an altitude of about 143 miles by 118. This orbit going to be raised systematically over the course of the next 2 days as they begin to chase down the International Space Station. But for now, 3 crew members safely in orbit, a flawless ride uphill.